Today, Africa has the oldest president in the world, and at the same time the youngest. Suffice it to say, only 16 of the continent's 54 presidents and heads of states are below 60, while 23 are sexagenarians, 9 are in their 70s, and 6 are in their 80s. Here are all the current presidents of Africa, arranged from the youngest to the oldest. 1. Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. The youngest president in both Africa and the world today is 34 years old Traoré. He became the leader of the Land of the Honest Men in September 2022 after a military coup that ended Paul Henri Sandaogo Damiba's 8-month stay in power. 2. Mahatma Debi of Chad. The Republic of Chad's president, Mahatma Debi, is only 38 years old, making him the second youngest president in Africa. He became president of the nation known for camel racing in 2021 after the death of his father, who was also the country's president for over 3 decades. 3. Assimi Goïta of Mali. The last of the current African presidents in their 30s, Assimi Goïta, is 39 years old. He is the president of Mali and came to power in 2021 after he overthrew Bandao as the leader of the nation known for being home to the world's largest mud brick building. 4. Mamady Doumbouya of Guinea. Africa has 3 presidents in their 40s at the moment, and Mamady of Guinea is the youngest of them at the age of 42. His story is not different from that of some of the youngest presidents of the continent, as he came to power through the coup window of 2021 after he ousted President Alpha Condé, who was in power for 11 years. 5. Mohamed al-Menfi of Libya. Only 46 years old, Mohamed al-Menfi is the president of Libya. He was selected to rule the nation, which was once part of the ancient Greek Empire, in March 2021. 6. Andry Rajoelina of Madagascar. This businessman and politician is the current 48-year-old president of Madagascar. He was elected mayor at 33 and remained relevant in the country's political scene until 2019 when he was the leader of the world's second-largest island country. 7. Umaro Sissoco Embalo of Guinea. Umaro was 44 years old when he became Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau. Now, 50 years old, he took reign of the nation once controlled by the Portuguese after coming to power in 2020 in a rather controversial manner. 8. Mswati III Ngwenyama of Eswatini. Eswatini is the last remaining absolute monarchy in Africa. Hence, its king is also recognized as the kingdom's president. The ruler of this nation is Mswati III, who is currently 54 years old. He was crowned king in 1986 when he was only 18, thereby becoming the youngest ruling monarch at the time. 9. Évariste Ndayishimiye of Burundi. He is 54 years old and became president of the country with the world's longest water lakes in 2020. He was 52 when he assumed power. 10. William Ruto of Kenya. His Excellency William Kipchirchir Samoei Arap Ruto is currently 55 years old. He became president of the country with the second highest mountain in Africa in 2022. 11. Faure Gnassingbe of Togo. 56 years old Faure became the leader of Togo at the age of 39 in 2005, following the death of his father, who was the country's president, Gnassingbe Eyadema. Only 20 days before he became leader of the country, which is popular for its voodoo religion, Gnassingbe was made prime minister by his father. 12. George Weah of Liberia. President Weah is a football legend turned politician. He is 56 years old and the president of Liberia. He took over reins of one of the oldest republics in Africa in 2018 when he was 52. 13. Adama Barrow of Gambia. President Barrow is currently 57 years old. He became president of the nation with close to 600 species of birds in 2017 when he defeated the country's former dictator, Yahya Jammeh, in an election that shocked the world. He was 52 at the time. 14. Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone. Now 58, His Excellency Julius became president of the Lion Mountains in 2018 when he was 54 years old. 15. Felix Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of Congo. President Felix is 59 years old. He took over as president of the nation known to have the deepest river in the world in 2019 when he was 56. 16. Letsi III, King of Lesotho. Recognized as the constitutional monarch of the Kingdom of Lesotho, King Letsi III is 59 years old. He took reins of the kingdom known for its diamond deposits in 1997, following his coronation at 34. 17. Mohamed VI of Morocco. The King of Morocco, Mohamed VI, is currently 59 years old. He became ruler of the nation best known for his Atlas Mountains in 1991, following the death of his father. He was 36. 18. Macky Sall of Senegal. He is 60 years old and began ruling the nation, which is home to 7 UNESCO sites, in 2012, when he was 50. 19. Mokgweetsi Masisi of Botswana. Also 60 is the President of Botswana, who took charge in 2018 when he was 56 years old. Masisi took charge of the nation, which has some of Africa's most popular and exclusive safari destinations after Ayankama. 20. Hakainde Hichilema of Zambia. This president is 60 years old, and he was elected president of the nation, which is described as the best kept secret in Africa, in 2021 when he was 59. 21. Weah Liberia of Seychelles. The president of Seychelles is 61 years old. He became leader of the country, which has some of the best beaches in Africa, in 2020, after he defeated incumbent president Dani Traoré. 22. Abdel Fattah Abdelrahman al-Burhan of Sudan. Sudanese Army General and the current country's president, Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, is currently 62. He took over reins of the nation, recognized as home to more pyramids than Egypt, in 2021, following a military coup. 23. Samia Suluhu Hassan of Tanzania. She is 62 years old and became the president of Tanzania, the country known for its exotic wildlife and rich culture, in 2021 at this age of 61. 24. Mohamed Bazoum of Niger. Nigerian President Mohamed Bazoum is currently 62 years old. The Nigerian politician came to power in the frying pan of the world in 2021. 25. Jose Maria Neves of Cape Verde. Yet another African president who is currently 62 years old, Jose Maria Neves, is the leader of Cape Verde. He became head of the island in 2021 at 61. 26. Filipe Nyusi of Mozambique. This African ruler is currently 63 years old. He became president of the nation recognized for his rich seafood in 2015 when he was 56 years old. 27. Prithvirajsing Roopun. Another 63 years old president of an African nation is Mauritius President Roopun. He was elected the leader of the country, often referred to as heaven on earth, in 2019 when he was 60. 28. Ali Bongo Ondimba of Gabon. He is 63 years old and became president of the country, known as home to Africa's last Eden, in 2009 when he was 40 years old. He took over from his father, Omar Bongo, who ruled the country from 1967 until he died in 2009. 29. Azali Assoumani of Comoros. He is 63 years old and got to rule the nation made of 3 islands in 2019. Before then, he was the country's leader after he staged a coup from 1999 to 2001. He became president again from 2002 to 2006, and then he returned a decade later. 30. Carlos Manuel Villanova of São Tomé and Príncipe. The current president of this Central African Republic country is also 63. Carlos Manuel Villanova became leader of the continent's second smallest nation in 2021 at 62. 31. Patrice Talon of Benin. Patrice Atanase Talon is 64 years old. This Beninese president came to power in 2016 when he was elected the 8th leader of the nation, known for his bronzes. 32. Kais Saied of Tunisia. President of Tunisia, His Excellency Kais, is 64 years old. He took charge of the nation, which is known for over 700 historic monuments, in 2019. 33. Paul Kagame of Rwanda. Considered to be one of the most influential leaders of the continent, Paul Kagame of Rwanda is 65 years old. He has been in charge of the nation, which is seen as one of the cleanest nations on earth, since 2000. 34. Faustin Archange Touadéra of the Central African Republic. He is currently 65 years old and came to the helm of affairs in the nation, seen as the home to the world's second largest rainforest in 2016, when he was 59. 35. Mohamed Ould Ghazouani of Mauritania. The ninth president of Mauritania, Mohamed Ould Ghazouani, came to be in charge of the nation, known for its richness in mineral resources, in 2019. 36. Lazarus Chakwera of Malawi. A theologian, Lazarus Makati Chakwera, is the 67-year-old president of Malawi. He was sworn in as the leader of the nation, fifth of which is water, in 2020 at 65. 37. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud of Somalia. 67 years old Hassan Sheikh is the ninth president of Somalia. He became the leader of the nation, known to have the longest coastline in mainland Africa, in May 2022. 38. João Lourenço of Angola. The Angolan president is 68 years old. He became leader of the country, which is known to have one of the youngest populations in the world, in 2017, when he was 62. 39. Abdel Fattah El-Sisi of Egypt. The current president of Egypt, Abdel Fattah El-Sisi, is 68 years old. He became ruler of the nation that is known for the Nile River and pyramids in 2014, when he was 60. 40. Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa. President of the Rainbow Nation, Ramaphosa is currently 70 years old. He became president in 2018 after Jacob Zuma. 41. Salva Kiir Mayardit of South Sudan. Another African leader who has crossed the 70 line is Salva Kiir of South Sudan, who is 71 years old. He became president of the nation, known for its extensive oil fields, in 2011, after it got its independence. 42. Sahle-Work Zewde of Ethiopia. President of Ethiopia, Zewde, is now 72 years old. She took power as the leader of the nation, known for being home to the lowest place of the African continent, in 2018, when she was elected as the country's first woman president. 43. Ismail Omar Guelleh of Djibouti. One of the longest-serving leaders in Africa, the president of Djibouti, Ismail Omar Guelleh, is 75 years old. He became leader of the nation, known as the Pearl of the Gulf of Tadjoura, after his uncle Hassan Gouled Attidon. 44. Isaias Afwerki of Eritrea. He is 76 years old and came to power in 1993 when he was 47 years old. He became leader of the nation, which is home to one of the oldest human skeletons in the world, after it became a republic in the early 90s. 45. Abdelmadjid Tebboune of Algeria. The president of the largest nation on the African continent, Abdelmadjid, is 77 years old. He became leader of Algeria in 2019 when he was 74. 46. Yoweri Museveni of Uganda. Yoweri is one of African presidents who came to power even before the youngest president of the continent was born. 78. He became leader of the nation, which has one of the youngest population in the world, in 1986 when he was 42 years old. 47. Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana. Ghana's president, Akufo-Addo, is one of the oldest on the mother continent. He came to power in 2017 after defeating the incumbent president of the Gold Coast. 48. Denis Sassou Nguesso, Congo-Brazzaville. Heading into the 80s, the president of Congo-Brazzaville is currently 79 years old. Denis Sassou became leader of the country in 1997 at the age of 54. Before then, he governed the country, which once functioned as the symbolic capital of Free France, from 1979 to 1992. 49. Emmerson Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe. 80 years old Emmerson is the president of Zimbabwe. He took over reins of the nation, which is home to the world's biggest man-made lake, in 2017, after ousting President Robert Mugabe. 50. Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria. His Excellency President Buhari of Nigeria is 80 years old, earning him a spot amongst the oldest on the continent. Once a military ruler in the early 1980s, he became president of the most populous black nation in the world in 2015, after defeating the incumbent president Goodluck Jonathan. 51. Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo of Equatorial Guinea. Among the last dictators of the continent, Teodoro is 80 years old. He became president of the only African nation with Spanish as its official language in 1979 at the age of 37. He took over after a coup against his uncle, who was also a deadly dictator. 52. Alassane Ouattara of Côte d'Ivoire. Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara is also 80 years old. He became leader of the nation known for its cocoa production in 2010 after ousting Laurent Gbagbo in an election. 53. Hage Geingob of Namibia. His Excellency Geingob is currently 81 years old, making him one of the oldest rulers of the continent. He became president of the nation known to have the world's oldest desert in 2015 when he was 74. 54. Paul Biya of Cameroon. The oldest president in Africa and the world is Cameroon's Paul Biya, who is now 89 years old. He became leader of the nation referred to as Africa in miniature in 1982, even before 3 of the country's youngest presidents were born. Biya was 49 when he became president. Do you think the age of these African presidents is relevant in their rule? Do let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to like and share this content, and also